Woo! What's going on, guys? Owens Forum coming at you guys. You have another video. In today's video, I want to talk about something that's kind of been bugging me for the last couple of days. I wanted to get this video out when I first seen kind of the article or the meme or whatever it was. It's about Jameson Williams. Right off the bat, huge fan of Jameson Williams. You guys know the story about Jamo. OSU for 2 years, Alabama. An absolute speed demon at 6'1", 190 pounds, 180, 190 pounds, whatever he's weighing at right now. Looks a little bit bigger this year in 2024 than he has the prior 2 years with the Lions. He came in here, guys, hurt. I believe it was a torn ACL. I think it was that injury. I'm going back 3 years now. Brad Holmes went up and moved up to get him. I think we drafted him 12th overall. Didn't dress for a majority of the season. He dressed I believe it was the last 7, 8 games, 10 games. I forget what it was. Caught like a couple balls, didn't do nothing. I didn't think he should have dressed in year one as a rookie, but he did, and they got him in there. And then year two started off rough again. Suspensions. He had a tweak, got a little bit of a tweak hammy. There was stuff going on there. Got that 6-game suspension. Then it got knocked down to 4 for the gambling. He's had a rough start to his career. At OSU in Alabama, didn't get much playing time at OSU. He was behind 2 guys, in Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. Wilson plays for the Jets and he's a stud, and Chris Olave plays for the Saints, and he's a damn good wide receiver as well. And he ended up transferring to Alabama, and he had a crazy year, like 70-something catches, 1,500 yards, 13, 14 touchdowns, a couple touchdowns, returning too as a kick returner. But he had 94 catches, 1,838 yards, 18 touchdowns, 19.6 yards per catch, and he had those 2 touchdowns. So a total of 20 touchdowns, and he was a stud at Alabama, an absolute stud. Bryce Young throwed him the football, plays for the Carolina Panthers. And then, like I said, Brad Holmes went up to get him. He's had a rough start to his career. 25 catches, 395 yards, 3 touchdowns, 15.8 yards a catch, though. He's rushed for 3 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. 1 touchdown in the playoffs, so a total of 2 touchdowns altogether. And he came out the other day. This is what I'm getting to. I got all that out of the way. He came out the other day and he said that he wants to lead the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns. And he wants his number retired, all that stuff. He wants to be the best in the league. I don't have any problems with anybody having goals. Have goals. That's fantastic. I just want him to produce. I come from the old school. This is a guy that is, I think is not, I'm not saying he's on a make or break year, but he kind of is, in my opinion. He's in his 3rd year. He was a 1st-round pick. Next year, the Lions will have decisions if they want to re-up him or if they want to pick up his 5th-year option. That means more money if they do that. So I think his 3rd year is especially crucial since you haven't done nothing for 2 years. Now, we've seen the talent in very small windows. Very, very small. And I'm a huge Jamo fan. I think this guy is going to be something good in the NFL one day. And hopefully it's this year. And I know he's got goals of being the best and, wants to lead the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns, like he said, get his number officially retired one day. Just produce, Jamo. They're giving you every opportunity to do something right now. Every opportunity. Brad Holmes didn't go out. They didn't sign. They didn't really sign anybody big. They only brought back Donovan Peoples-Jones. That hasn't worked. They didn't draft anybody. Brad Holmes did not draft a wide receiver this year in April's draft. I think a lot of that is because they finally trust the kid. They finally trust him. They think he's got the talent. I think he's got the talent too. I think a lot of people do. There's a lot of love-hate with Jamo right now, I think, going on. I think a lot of Lions fans they're obviously supporting him, but a lot don't think he's ever going to make it. And I know that there's other fan bases and even people within this Detroit Lions fan base that call him a bust. I'm not going to call the kid a bust because I don't think he is, because you see the talent. It's not enough as of right now. Now I think he's going to be special. I think he's going to be a special player, but I just want him to produce. Like, is it really necessary to come out and, I get it. You got goals, right? You want to lead the league in receiving yards and touchdowns. You know what I mean? That's going to be tough. That's going to be super. And I would love for it to happen and have guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Laporta and Khalif Raymond and Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, all those guys producing at a high level. That's what I want. That's what we all want as a fan base. I think it's going to be tough for him to accomplish that, just because you don't hear guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown saying stuff like that. At least I haven't, and I'm not. It sounds like I'm nitpicking and I'm bashing on the kid. I'm not. I'm really not, because I would love for him just to be, a stud here. Be a reason. Be a guy. Be a go-to guy. Now, I still think there's a pecking order here with Amon-Ra leading the way, and I think Laporta is that number 2 guy through the air. And you got guys like Gibbs nipping at the heels, Khalif Raymond, but I think Jamo can be that third option through the air, maybe even surpass a Laporta, maybe. But as of right now, no. So just get the ball in Jamo's hands. We've seen what he can do with the ball in his hands. You know what I mean? Like, you got all those lofty goals, that's great, but just produce, kid. I just want to see you produce. I want to see you succeed in Detroit. I don't want it to be another situation where you see a Detroit Lion that doesn't do much here. He gets shipped out, and all of a sudden he becomes something pretty damn good. And I think Jamo has that potential. You know what I mean? You can't teach speed. He needs to get better with the hands. It looks like he's kind of gotten better that we saw in the early spring and early to late spring, early summer. Training camp, all that stuff. It looks like he was like controlling a little bit with his hands, not dropping as many passes. They were coming here and there, but nothing to where you needed to be too concerned. So I just want the guy to produce, man. Josh Reynolds is gone. You are the wide receiver 2 here. You're going to get a lot of opportunities. He's not going to get 2-3 targets anymore. It's going to be 6 targets a game, maybe more at times. Who knows what they're going to be doing, because there's a lot of mouths to feed. But I just want to see him produce. Just produce. Just do good here. You got goals, that's great, but I just wish he would focus more on just being a part of the offense. Don't put too much on your plate, anyways. Too, unless you think you could do it, but you haven't. You've been that guy and I'm never going to call him a bust, because I want to see it for 3 years. His first year was a wash. Second year was, a little bit of trouble, with the suspension and getting a little bit tweaked up. I think with the hammy, whatever he had down there. So I think, I'm not going to call him a bust. I can't. I need to see a player 3-4 years in the league before you start doing stuff like that. And I think this organization has done nothing but tell him they don't think he's a bust by not bringing anybody in. They didn't bring anybody in at the time. They're entrusting you to be a part of this offense, and I think he's going to be a part of this big offense. And I'm not. It sounds like I'm bitching, but I'm really not. I just want to see him produce. Just produce, bro. And that's it. We got a game coming on in a couple of minutes. Thursday night kickoff game, Baltimore, Kansas City. Should be exciting. We got a game in a couple days with Detroit Lions facing off, who the hell are we even playing Detroit Lions? I totally forget. But, I just want to see him produce, man. It's just going to face an LA Rams. We just zing zang. Unbelievable. So Matthew Stafford coming to town. Brain fart. But yeah, just produce J-Man. I don't think he's going to have a big game on it. I think he has a chance to have a big game this Sunday too as well. I really do think he has a chance. So I don't want to discourage anybody. I don't want anybody coming after me because I'm just a little bit old school. You're a guy that hasn't done a whole hell of a lot. Just focus on producing. And I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be fine. I just wanted to get that kind of video out of the way. I got a couple more videos coming. Obviously, we got the game review coming up, the preview, whatever it's called, in a day or two. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it tomorrow or Saturday. We will see, but yeah, man, football's back. So thanks a lot, guys. 10 minutes and change. Don't forget the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget the notification bell up top. Don't forget to like, share, comment this out. What do you guys feel, man, about Jamo? We know he's going to be good here. I have a very, very strong feeling. I got an 8 out of 10 feeling on this kid. I really do. I think he's going to be special. Stay healthy, produce. Thanks, guys. Detroit Lions, grit, one pride. Detroit versus everybody. Let's go. Bang.